Greetings, friends. Taylor here. The new live-action One Piece has just been released on Netflix. I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to let you know my thoughts. Talk with you soon. That right there. That is how it's done. This is the smile that's been permanently on my face for about the last hour. What manga anime adaptation curse? What? That was amazing. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm the most knowledgeable of One Piece. I'm not going to pretend I'm the biggest fan of One Piece. I have watched up through the Skypiea arc in the anime. I have never read the manga, but I do watch a lot of manga chapter reviews on YouTube. But that I don't even know where to begin with, like the number of things that I could say about how bad an idea on paper it is to adapt One Piece, and how exceptionally beyond just absolute best case scenario that is. That was just exceptional. That was excellent. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, that was just episode 1. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, I don't have a script or anything here. This is, me doing my usual thing, just going off the rails ranting. Again, from my limited knowledge of One Piece and from having watched the East Blue saga a long time ago once, that felt like it included everything it needed to, got through a lot of the story in 1 hour. It felt complete. It didn't feel rushed. It got everything as right as it could. The performance, I'm not an acting critic, I'm not going to pretend to be, but from where I'm standing, the performances and the likenesses of the characters are dead on. The story is dead on. The feel, which is one of the most important things, especially for something that on paper should be as difficult to adapt to live action as One Piece, the feel is dead on. And I mean, again, among the many, many things this got right, from the look to the performances to the sound, the music, the fight choreography was really good. Man, maybe I should have written a script for this. I don't even know where to start. One thing I did find interesting, there are moments that are surprisingly violent. Like, really, really violent. And I am very, very pleased with that. The parts that are a little bit more exaggerated in the source material come across well without being too cartoony. I feel like they hit a sweet spot that I didn't know could exist. I mean, yeah, there are going to be people that are going to nitpick the smallest little minutiae of the CGI that they don't like or they think looks off or cartoony. How did they do that well? I mean, just from the parts of the story that we need to know to the little nods of what's coming up, to just so much of that in just one episode, in 1 hour, was so good. Luffy is dead on. We get across Luffy's optimism and his enthusiasm. And, well, he's a little stupid, but they got across his personality without making him overly stupid. Like, well, let's be honest, he kind of is in the source material. But that was believable. That was a little more grounded. That worked. Again, while still kind of staying in the cartoony enough universe that makes One Piece One Piece. Zoro. is spot on. Nami is spot on. All of the supporting cast that we get just in this episode, from Axe Hand Morgan to Kobe to Garp to Gold Roger to at the end of episode 1 when we get to see Buggy. I couldn't have hoped or expected anything better than that, again, in any reality. With the number of adaptations that should have been doable, that have been catastrophic, they pulled that off. Now, I know everyone's going to say, you know, the anime curse, we haven't had a good hit. Okay, Old Boy, Alita Battle Angel. Those are both excellent. I don't care what anyone nitpicks about Alita. Alita was excellent. And I know other people are going to bring up Speed Racer, which I've honestly never seen the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces. And it kind of makes my eyes bleed trying to watch Speed Racer. It hurts to look at. It's too saturated. And there's way too much stuff going on in Speed Racer. One of these days I'll sit down and rewatch it, but we're not here to talk about Speed Racer. We're not here to talk about Alita Battle Angel. We're here to talk about One Piece. And again, that was exceptionally well done. And again, this is coming from someone who is, I guess you'd say, a moderate fan of One Piece. Not a huge fan, not someone who's watching it with no knowledge, someone with a fairly reasonable amount of knowledge, but again, was going into this cautiously optimistic. I will admit I've seen all the trailers. I will admit I have been very pleasantly surprised since trailer number 1. And I mean, it's a trailer, it's made to look good, but that looked better. That looked better than the trailers. That sounded and felt even better than what they were getting across in the trailers. And I'm very excited for what's coming up after episode 1. And I'm going to try to make this a thing where I watch each episode and then I sit here and I give my thoughts, you know, like an actual reviewer or reaction content personality. Anyways, I hope whatever this is I've been talking about has been interesting. I'm looking forward to more One Piece, and whether you're a fan of the source material or not, let me try that again. Yeah, you gotta have a couple flubs in here, right, to make this real. Whether or not you are a fan of the source material, or whether you even know about the source material, this One Piece on Netflix is actually something really special, and I'm actually really looking forward to more. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's almost 12:30 in the morning, and I have stuff to do. But yeah, so I guess to summarize here, go watch the live action One Piece on Netflix if you are somebody who doesn't care for anime or manga. And who knows, maybe if you enjoy this, that'll be a good jumping off point to look into the original manga or even the original anime. Again, I'm Taylor. Farewell, friends.